Wow, it's been a while. I think we've been gone for almost a month without doing podcasts, but we are back and we're back with some powerful guests. So this next season of podcasts, we're going to have some great people on. And because of that, we want to say thank you also for all of your guys' support. We've seen so much growth in the past couple months, and we're so excited that you guys are a part of this journey. We can't wait for you guys to be a part of what's coming next because you guys have probably seen we're doing more giveaways, and we just can't wait to keep going and keep doing that. But with that, let's get back into our athlete stories, and I will go ahead and let our guests introduce themselves.
How's it going? My name's Jacob Pérez. I'm a professional baseball player here in Bakersfield, California. I play for the Bakersfield Train Robbers. I'm also an ER nurse here at Memorial, and I'm also a Ridgeview High School pitching coach. So
You are busy.
I'm a busy guy.
Yes, you are busy. I mean, even when we were trying to schedule, you were like, wait, let me see where I fit.
Right.
Okay. Well, Jacob, thank you for allowing us to do this with you. Thank you for being here. We're excited. Are you excited?
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Are you nervous?
Oh, I'm a little nervous.
It's
yeah.
okay. It'll all come out. It'll be fine. Well, thank you so much. And I think one thing that I saw about you and biggest thing is you're a nurse, right?
Yes, yeah.
An ER nurse, which is probably the most you're super busy all the time and you're helping everybody in need. And how do you manage?
Oh, time management. That's a big key factor, honestly. I didn't learn time management until I actually got into nursing school, so that was a really hard thing. But yeah, ER nurse, you never know what's going through those doors. You know, every day is a new day, and it's an exciting day. You know, you just never know what's coming in. You know, you can have 2 cardiac arrests at one time.
Okay.
That's crazy. And then you can have just a nice slow day, which is I would say our slow days are flu season. Those are our slower days.
Okay.
And then, you know, usually the summers are pretty busy for us. But
Okay.
Other than that, you know.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the service that you do. And thank you for being out there. And
Yeah.
now when people see you, they're going to be like, hey, he was my nurse.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Well, let's get into your sports story because that's why we're here today. So tell us a little bit about how you started playing baseball and when you started.
I started playing baseball when I was about 3 years old. I originally went to Garces High School my freshman year, sophomore year, and then I transferred to Ridgeview my junior year and senior year. I graduated in 2018. Right after high school, I got a scholarship to go play baseball at Midland University out in Fremont, Nebraska. So, and then after that, got my degree in nursing, and now I'm here.
Now you're here.
Now I'm here.
So tell us a little bit about what started, how you started. How did baseball? Was it dad? We heard a little bit about dad.
Yeah.
Was it your family? And then what's your favorite baseball team? Because we got to know that.
So my favorite baseball team is Dodgers.
Okay.
By far, LA Dodgers, you know.
I told
California.
you we could have got that hat. We were in LA and I could have got you a hat, but I needed to make sure it was the Dodgers.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, it all started with my dad. You know, he was a baseball player back in college, and he played baseball his whole life, and he kind of introduced the game to me. And you know, I love this game. You know, it's a game of failure is what they like to say. You know, you fail more times than you succeed, and it kind of teaches you life, and it's you know, whenever you fail, you always got to get back up. So that's why I love baseball. You know, you fail a lot more times than you succeed. And in life, sometimes you fail and you got to get right back up. So that's why I love the game, and I love how it correlates with life sometimes.
That's good. Well, tell us a little bit about your journey because you got a scholarship, right, to go play. And so that's partly like one of the kids' biggest dreams, right? They dream about going and playing for school and then going. How was your recruitment process in that?
Yeah, so I didn't really know much about the recruitment process. The only thing that I really knew was that you had to go to baseball camps in order to get scouted. But down the line, I understood that that's not always the way. You know, you can make videos, you can send them out to coaches, send emails, try to get connected through those ways. Usually when back in high school, I was always set, I got to go to a school in California. It's crazy because I went to a school in Nebraska. So throughout that time period, I would say it was probably like my junior, senior year, I found out that, you know, there's way more schools and way more opportunities other than California. And so I had a coach by the name of Carrie Crane that kind of guided me through that process and kind of showed me, hey, look, there's way more opportunities for you other than these schools here in California.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I got a walk-on scholarship I got a scholarship to CSUB.
Oh, okay.
And so I was thinking about taking it, but they said that I couldn't do nursing, and that played a big part in which college that I decided, because a lot of D1s they don't allow you to do nursing and baseball, because nursing takes a lot of clinical times.
Yeah.
And when you're in baseball, you travel, like for example, CSUB travels to Hawaii, they travel all up and down California, they travel, to all the other states. And so they basically said, hey, look, let's steer away from nursing, pick another major,
Career, yeah.
and then you can go back to nursing after you're done with baseball. And I didn't feel like that was the best opportunity for me. I felt like, you know what, I want to do nursing and play baseball. So I was still looking around that time. 2018 comes around and I find a school, which was Midland University. And right away I told them, hey, look, I want to do nursing and play baseball. If you guys can't do that, then I totally understand, I'll just keep looking for schools. And they were like, oh, half of our nursing program are athletes. And so I was like, all right, amazing, beautiful. And so I applied. They gave me $20,000 scholarship. So I was like, you know what? This is the best thing for me. This is what God has put in my situation, And so I took it. I signed with them. They allowed me to do nursing and play baseball, which was honestly the best thing I ever did. So yeah, that's kind of like my journey.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad you stuck with your gut. Like you knew what you wanted. And a lot of people get steered wrong. And it's nothing about advisors, but sometimes it's in your heart.
For sure. No, yeah, for sure. I mean, me personally, I just did not want to go to school for about 8 years so it took me about 5 years to graduate from nursing school.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it, if I say, for example, if I would have went to CSUB, I would have done my 4 years of playing baseball, and then I would have to do another 5 years of nursing, and that's 9 years.
And to get into the program was a whole other.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing.
That's another thing.
That's
I know.
thing.
I'm
Yeah,
like, that's
nursing,
a whole other thing.
In California, nursing programs, they're so hard to get into. So in Nebraska, the first year I applied, I got into it. And that's usually how it is. The first year you apply, you get into those types of schools, but for some reason California, it's so hard to get into a nursing program.
It really is.
So but yeah, I mean that was one of the factors that kind of steered me over there into that direction. So
Amazing.
Yeah.
You have a question?
That's all right.
I know.
I'm warming back up to
I
the
know he has questions.
I'm warming back up to this podcast stuff, man. It's been a while.
Did you like it over there? How was your experience?
Oh, I loved it over
Really?
there. Yeah. You know
Okay.
what? There's a lot of Mexican heritage out there. And I thought differently, I thought it was going to
wow.
be like a country, like rodeos, everything like that. But you know what? There's a lot of Mexican heritage. A lot of people are like, oh, there's not a lot of, Mexican heritage over there. Are you sure you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, might as well. There's a lot of Mexican heritage out there. And it made me feel like home,
Okay.
It's my home away from home. That's how I
nice.
saw it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, is it like another Bakersfield?
I would say it's
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I would say it's like another Bakersfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So see,
Just-
guys, don't be scared.
Just colder, right?
Yeah. Just colder, a lot colder. Yeah. I think the coldest it got to was about 5 degrees at one time, one winter. Yeah.
Do you guys play? Like, did you guys play in the snow?
No.
and
So
stuff?
what's cool about those
Okay.
those states out there? They have indoor facilities, and we
Wow.
during the
Wow, that is so
winter.
cool.
Yeah, during the winter we get to play in those indoor facilities until it's a lot nicer to go outside. So
And they have this high ceilings though.
Yeah, high ceilings. Honestly, what's a good indoor facility? I mean, like A3 times 2. I don't know if you guys ever been to A3,
No.
but it's kind of big. It's a big facility, indoor facility. But yeah, you can. There's a track in there. My school had a track in there. Football would be in there doing their plays, and they would run like all their plays. So yeah, and then we had enough room to have an indoor baseball field. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that's something that I didn't know that they had out
Yeah.
there. I thought we just took a break. So it's like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Oh
That's
wow.
nice.
So you were training at all times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In college baseball, it's like there's no breaks. You're training from the time you get there to the time you graduate. So it's, yeah.
So they had a good balance between your program and then also baseball, right?
Yeah. That's also tough too, because it's like nursing takes a lot of your time as well. So that's how I learned time management. Is you like, okay, look, I have time to do homework this time, I have practice around this time, and then I have to eat, sleep, so that made me manage my time a lot better too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Hey, life lessons, right?
Yeah,
Along the way.
definitely.
Yeah.
So what made you come back?
So I really miss family. So I was away for
Okay.
about 5 years. I would come for like some summers, some winters, but I really missed family. And I remember I had a baby cousin when I graduated high school. She was about 2 years old, and then when I
Oh.
came back here for one summer, she's 6 years old, 7 years old, and I'm like, dude, I miss like almost
Aw.
this amount of time in your life. And I'm like, you know what, I think it's time to just move back. I want to see my opportunities here in Bakersfield. I've been away for so long, and you know what, I just want to come back to family. I miss family. So
Okay. How was that like when you knew you had to give up the game? Like it's over, right? And college, you finished your senior year. Did you finish your senior year playing baseball?
Yeah.
So once that happened, how did you feel about the game? Like you were like, wow, I'm done, or
yeah,
how was
it was a sad time, but I knew that when one door closes, another one opens. So I knew that, you know what, okay, my baseball career is done. Now it's time to open my door into the nursing career. So I was happy about that.
So how did the Bakersfield train robbers come into play?
That's a good story.
Okay.
So I came back. I was done with baseball. I knew, I'm going to start off my nursing career. And so I was still active. I still love baseball. Baseball is my passion. And I remember going out on a Sunday league game here in Bakersfield and just throwing, and then one of my buddies was like, hey, he's on the Bakersfield train robbers at the time.
Okay.
He's like, hey, do you want to come out and pitch? I'm like, you know what, man? No, I have a career now. I'm just going to, focus on nursing, and I'll just keep playing Sunday league just to have fun, just to stay active. I don't want to just not be active anymore, so that's why I played Sunday league baseball. And so and he was like, you know what, nah, man, just come out one day, pitch a bullpen in front of the coach, and then see what happens. I was like, all right, let's go, let's do it. And so I remember he said, all right, in 2 weeks, you're going to have that bullpen. And I was like, all right, cool. And so that Sunday I pitched, and I guess the coach was there, and he was like, okay, I like this guy. Is this the guy that you were talking about? And I was like, okay, cool. Like he saw me pitch, and then I get a text from the coach of the train robbers at the time. He was like, hey man, I know your story. I know what's going on. We're going to allow you to do nursing and baseball. You can just come to the baseball field whenever you don't have nursing. And I was like, are you sure about that? Like, cause that's, I'm not going to be there all the time. You guys are paying me, so I know how it works. Whenever somebody pays you, you have to be fully committed.
Yeah.
And so I told him my whole story, and asked a bunch of questions, and he was like, here, come sign this contract, and we'll go over the contract, and you can start playing. And I was like, okay, cool. Me thinking, I'm not going to play much, I'm just going to, just be out there if they need me. And then come to find out, I started towards the end of the year because baseball season starts in I would say May. Middle of May. And so this was around, I want to say late July, early July, around there.
Of last year?
Of 2023.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's when I graduated, 2023 as well. So yeah.
Okay.
So that was around that time, middle of July. And and then I started playing baseball. I got a couple innings out of the bullpen, and he liked what he saw. So I forgot what date it was, but I had my first start on the mound, and it was in Lancaster. It was a nice, beautiful field. And I was like, okay, a little nervous. And so I got the win that day, which was fun. And ever since then, it's just been happening every year. He keeps inviting me every year. So
nice.
Yeah.
And you're in full season right now.
Full season right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a start tomorrow in Monterey Bay. So
wow.
Yeah.
So tell a little bit, because a lot of people before, it used to be the train robbers. It was
we saw the Bakersfield Blaze.
The Bakersfield Blaze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we used to go watch the Bakersfield Blaze. We actually
They had half off beer. That's
yeah.
half off.
And
There you go.
where I'm like, but yes, and then we used to go watch them now. So I think once they kind of like dissolved, right? So when did the Bakersfield, train robbers kind of come into play, and how do you guys like? How do you promote it? How do we let people know about it? Because now I feel like we should be out at the games. We should be out supporting. Like, why are we not? Because we are one town, right?
Right. Yeah. So they started up about 2018,
Okay.
and it was kind of on the high. So everybody was going to those games, and then COVID happened, and then we took 2020 off, and then came back 2021, and it kind of wasn't a big deal, I guess you can say. Nobody really promoted it. So nobody really knew about us, which was crazy. They just thought, okay, the Blaze left. There's an independent baseball team that's coming in, and that's it. So it started getting bigger and bigger, I would say last year, 2024. Okay. So shout out to B Tough for promoting us, because that was one guy that I wouldn't say he promoted us, and then the 2 games after he promoted us, we had about 400 fans, 500 fans
That's
show up to the team. So show up to the game. So I mean, shout out to him, because he took the time to promote us, and I don't think a lot of people know about that team in order to promote us. So I think slowly but surely we're starting to get up there. And I mean, it's a good opportunity to take the little ones out there too. The little ones love it, and baseball is for the little ones. So.
Yeah. Well, now we have someone to go watch. So
there
now we're gonna go watch Jacob.
There you go.
So maybe what we could do is like give away tickets, and we'll all go and we'll, like have like a little Chamba section.
There you go. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
no, for real. Because
so where do they play?
They play at Sam Lynn, where the Blaze used to play.
Same place?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So by the batting cages, right?
Yeah, batting
gotcha,
cages.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, we can go and get tickets and everything.
We'll get some tickets and we'll like for sure go out. When does your guys' season end? Because I was looking at the schedule yesterday.
So playoffs is next week. So,
okay, we gotta go soon. Or like we'll start getting some promotion in early for the next.
Depending on how we play tonight and tomorrow, depends if we play in town for playoffs.
So tonight, what time is your game?
7:00. I won't be there just because I had work yesterday.
Okay.
But so they play tonight at 7, and I want to say we play the Martinez Sturgeons by the Bay Area. So we beat them already. So I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed, we beat them tonight. And then tomorrow we play the Monterey Bay. So hopefully we beat them tomorrow.
Cool.
I'm gonna be starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. Yeah. Well, give me, because I know a lot of the kids are probably wondering, like, how do you? You told us a little bit how you got into the, independent team. But for a lot of kids who don't understand what an independent team is, can you kind of explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so the majors, they have their single A, double A, triple A team, and they're usually associated with, like, for example, Los Angeles Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, San Francisco Giants, those types of teams. So in independent ball, we're not associated with a major league team. So it's just usually their own team, their own company. Somebody owns it. It's not like a team owns it. So there's multiple independent leagues that, like, for example, we have our independent league. We have the Yuba Sutter High Wheelers. We have the Oakland Ballers. Those are all independent teams. They're kind of unknown, but if you're in the baseball world, they're really known.
They really know.
Yeah.
And
so
you get paid.
we
right?
get paid, yeah.
So guys, you still get paid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to do something fun.
Exactly. Do the sport that you love. You still get paid.
That's
for
what
it.
I'm saying.
You
Yeah.
still get paid.
Yeah.
And
I
I mean, you like are showcasing. You could be a nurse. You could go play baseball.
Yeah.
You could be, a professional baseball player, and still,
And those opportunities don't end just there. I mean, you can go overseas to play baseball. I didn't know about that either. You know, that's something I wish I would have known about right after college. I didn't know you can go overseas to play baseball. I know when I was in 2023, I played with a couple guys. One of them's Max Tracy. Right now he plays in Australia, and the season before that he played in Austria. And then one of my buddies growing up, he just played in France last season. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like there's so many opportunities to.
I always say baseball, and I know, like, it's really hard. It's really hard for a D1 or D2 athlete to get into football. But I always say baseball, you got so much opportunity.
yes.
There is so much opportunity in baseball for you to go anywhere that you want to go.
Oh, and so many scholarships too.
So many.
They got a bigger budget too.
There you
They do
go.
got a bigger
Yeah,
budget. I've done my
Yeah.
research, and I would tell my son all the time, I'm like, you don't want to be a baseball player? They give more money for scholarships than they
Yeah.
do for football. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely something.
So how do you find the time for all three things to do, with the nursing, with the train robbers, and with the coaching?
Oh man, that's a great question because I ask myself that all the time. Because I don't know how I do it, but you know what? Like I said, it's a lot of time management. I know that I have practices on certain days, I have my train robbers on certain days, and I have nursing on certain days. So I kind of plan my whole week ahead, basically.
But everything goes around your professional course, right? Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good. And then tell us about how how you got into coaching.
Oh, yeah. So my dad, he's a Ridgeview High School coach. He's an assistant coach. And I would say right when I got back from college, they were still in playoffs that year in 2023. And so, you know what? I saw the boys and I was like, you know what? It made me realize, like, that was me one time, So, and I didn't know everything about baseball. And I kind of want to give back to those kids, Things that I learned throughout my career. I want to let them know, hey, look, like, for example, I want to give them encouragement and tell them, hey, you can do these things, and what better way to tell them is than being a coach, So that's why I wanted to pursue coaching is I want to get the next generation of ball players, like well known on baseball, scholarships, colleges, and even life,
And now I'm gonna take your help, and we're gonna help, right?
There
we're
you
gonna
go.
help.
Yep,
Okay.
we're gonna help.
I'm like, we're
We're
gonna
gonna get
help.
there.
So you were a coach this past season, and you guys just won state.
We did, yeah.
At Ridgeview High. So shout out to Ridgeview
out
baseball
Ridgeview.
team, especially class of 2025, because I'm sure
Yeah.
you had a bunch of seniors on.
Oh yeah, we actually had 4 seniors.
That was it.
Wow.
Well, the 4 seniors from Ridgeview, a class of 2025 that were on the baseball team. Congrats, guys.
Oh, and all of them played a big impact in our wins this year.
Nice.
So how was that?
Oh man, it was amazing. So I won Valley when I was at Garces my freshman year, and so that was the only time I won Valley. And to see these boys work hard and win their Valley ring and win their state ring, because I've never won state. State was never a thing when I was in high school, but to see them win state and Valley, it was just a good feeling. I felt really happy for them, because they worked so hard. At first, at the beginning of the season, we were a new team. We were such a young team. We had freshmen, sophomores, and juniors on the varsity squad. Sometimes, in baseball, usually your varsity squad is senior heavy, or junior heavy. But our team this year was really, really young. And they had to work really, really hard to get where they were at. So, yeah.
Okay. So there's high expectations because there was only 4 seniors on there. So
Yep.
Ridgeview,
Oh, yeah.
there's some high expectations. You know.
Yeah, these next couple of years, Ridgeview going to be a well-rounded ball club.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What would and this is something because we always see coaches come on the podcast and then their kids kind of comment. What is something that your kids would say about you?
Oh, man. They would say I'm goofy.
Why
No.
is that?
They would say I'm a goofy coach, but I am on their butts 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you manage to kind of keep everything together and always have
for
time
sure.
for them.
Oh, for sure. I'm very hard on them, but they know it's out of love. They know that it's that this is something that can better their future. For example, they do really well in school and in baseball. They can get a scholarship, and there's endless possibilities for them. So that's what I like to preach is, hey, do good in school, work hard in baseball, and all your opportunities are endless. So that's I really preach. I'm really high on education on them.
Good.
So
Good, because a lot of coaches sometimes, they love the game and they want to win, but I always say you guys, the academics are important.
Oh, for sure.
Don't get by with the 2.0.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Their
that's-
requirements, it's just 2.0. That's it.
And I'm gonna be honest, I was that kid. I was that kid back in the day, whereas I didn't take school seriously. I thought, you know what, it was just baseball, and it's crazy. I have a story about that. It wasn't until my I would say my freshman year of high school, I had a coach that I was always going to by the name of Jared Martin, and I remember my grades. I had a 1.8 at one time. Bad
Wow.
student, and it wasn't because I was not smart. It was because I was just lazy. You know, I didn't take the time. I didn't put in the effort to do my assignments or do good on tests. You know, and he sat me down one day, and it was in his little indoor facility. You know, I've been going to Jared for about, I want to say, since I was like 8 or 9 years old. And he sat me down and he was like, look, man, if you want to be a professional baseball player, because at the time I wanted to be I am, but
Yeah, you are a professional. Say it now, say it proud. You are a professional baseball player.
At the time, I wanted to be a professional baseball player. I wanted to go to college, and I wanted to get my school paid for. And he goes, if you want to do all those things, you need to put in the time, the effort, and the hard work now. And I remember I was just so emotional that night. I started crying. He was a professional baseball player. He played for the Dodgers. He played for many organizations.
Wow.
And he had his jerseys on the wall at that time. And so what he did is he goes, here, let me do something for you. He took down every jersey, let me wear it. And he said, this is going to be you one day. And I was like,
I got chills.
no, I know, right? And it made me emotional. It was like, you know what? Look, somebody believes in me. And then ever since that day, I remember I started working hard in school. I started putting more effort into school, you know, and come graduated with a 3.7 and passed nursing school, which is hard to do. Mind you, you need to get, I want to say, an 80% every test in order to pass nursing school.
Yeah,
so it's hard.
School is hard.
Yeah, you can't fail.
Yeah.
There's no failure. You know, you have to know everything. So, yeah, I mean, ever since that day, I think that really changed my mindset on everything. You know, it wasn't just baseball. It was something bigger than baseball. It was my education. If I want to go and do all these things, I need to have both.
Yeah.
So,
I preach the education.
Yeah.
Big time. And actually, like what I say, like even what we do here, and for all of you guys, you know us as a media company, but like even us, like you're pursuing your education. I just finished my master's degree, so
there you go.
It's one of those things where education is such a big part of life, and some people, like I've heard in the past, like some people are like, oh, you know, you're just gonna go to work, and like, but you never know when you're gonna need it or when you want, you know, to pursue bigger dreams, and try it,
Right.
go for it. If somebody is offering it with sports and you're willing to do it, go for it.
Oh, for sure.
That's one of the biggest things, and that's what I preach to the kids all the time. I'm like, if you can find a scholarship, an opportunity, somebody who will take you, even if it's for half of the money,
oh yeah,
go.
Yeah. What better way than for somebody to pay for your education? You
Yeah.
come out with a degree. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of being in debt.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
Student loans are not, you know, they're not fun, guys. They're not fun.
No, but yeah, I mean, that I think that's my goal for my boys is getting them a scholarship so that they can play baseball and get their degree. You know, that's the main goal. If you go and become a professional, so be it. You know, that's a plus. But getting your education, getting a scholarship, and playing baseball, that's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
let's talk,
awesome.
because we could probably get your boys on the sports recruit.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
we
Yeah.
can, you know, we can start
Yeah.
that process. Guys, we're handing it to you guys.
Yeah, seriously.
But, well, Jacob, thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you for
no
joining us. Thank you for sharing your story.
Yeah,
and
thank you for having me, guys. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you for the inspiration, because, I mean, we took like a month and a half off, so it was nice to be back and
Yeah.
feel good doing this.
Yeah,
Anything to
that's
say?
awesome.
Nah, I mean, hey, I was thinking right now when you're telling the motivational stuff and everything, I was like, that could be a movie right there, man.
Yeah.
I know. You should make a movie.
Yeah, I mean, no, and honestly, yeah, it was a big factor in my
Yeah.
life. And, you know, I just want to thank God and everybody that's helped me, you know, get to where I'm at today.
Well, that was the next part. I was going to ask, is there anybody that you want to
Oh,
thank?
there you
Anybody
go.
you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout out Valley Bible Fellowship. They're an amazing church. That's the church I go to. I want to shout out Ridgeview High School. Shout out the Bakersfield Train Robbers. Shout out Jonelle and Paul from VBF, because they are kind of walking me the ways of the Lord. So,
Good.
yeah, I want to give them a shout out. Shout out to all the coaches from Ridgeview. Yeah, that's about
And
it.
don't forget your girlfriend.
Oh,
and
and
your
yeah,
girlfriend's
there you go.
mom,
My
because they're the
girlfriend, my
ones who,
girlfriend's mom, yeah.
they're the ones who pushed you to
Yeah.
come on the podcast.
Yeah, and then everybody else who has there's so many people, but everybody else who has helped me along my journey. So yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
We
no
appreciate
problem.
it. We appreciate you being on with
Yeah.
us, coming and joining us.
Yeah, heck
And
yeah. Thank you guys for
hell
having
yeah.
me.
yeah, we're gonna try to go and watch and see if we can make it. You know, same
Yeah.
as you. We're like everywhere,
Yeah,
but
let me know. I can get you guys some free tickets.
yeah, for sure. We'll get them for our kids. You know, we'll
Yeah,
let
there
the
you
kids
go.
go
Yeah.
in. So
Yeah.
we got some baseball players. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
I
thank you
appreciate
guys.
it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting, and like always, don't forget to.
Like and subscribe.
No, for real though. Like
Yeah.
subscribe this time, okay? You guys are all following on Instagram and TikTok. We need you guys on YouTube, like big time.
That's where you see this is where you see the full videos.
Yeah. So with that, I will go ahead and say goodbye to the next time, but we have more podcasts coming to you.